Well, depending whatever game you're playing, there are some games that you can actually play on the other parts of your screen,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been playing a game that
Oh yeah,
does just that.
yeah, I forgot what I gotta wish this real quick. I
Yeah,
keep forgetting.
this game is really good. Rusty's Retirement. This is like, I don't know, man. It's the perfect game for me because I really love games. I love games that have like really serious like grinding kind of like curves. You know, it's like okay, like I got to grind a lot to get what I want. But I also really like games that also kind of play themselves while I'm not playing them. I like AFK kind of like mechanics, right? And this is like kind of the perfect combination of that crazy grinding curve of like a farming sim or an MMO or like all those things and this idle game. So essentially it's like you're a little robot and you have a farm and the farm is keeps going on your screen on the other side of your screen while you're doing your work or watching a video or playing a game, right? So it's always going, but you it has that really intense kind of like grinding curve where you have to like okay, I need to put this amount of plots here and plant this amount of this and then you just watch your dude do it, right? But then eventually you unlock robots that'll
Do that
water
stuff
for
for you.
you,
Yeah.
that'll like pick up the vegetables for you, that'll put them in the little this like there's a receptacle that like turns it into like gems and you have to put three different types of veggies in there to turn it into gems and that's another currency on top of your gold, right? So you eventually are like, okay, I need to unlock more land. So you keep spreading the land out further and further. So your whole screen starts getting like a bigger strip of
Oh,
land.
cool.
And you just like, yeah, you're just like, okay. But the cool thing is, right? Is once you put something down, it's there. You can move it. It's going to cost you. But if you want to get rid of it, it's also going to cost you too.
Mhm.
So it's like it kind of incentivizes you to plan out your farm, where the drop points are for certain plots of like produce, where the robots grab from certain points, where the water is, where all these things are. So you have to start being resource minded. And eventually it gets to a point where you can automate the whole thing, where it's like you have a robot friend that you can put a house down for, and you can tell him where to put like plant seeds, where to do this, where to like, oh, you have other guys helping him with like cows, so you can use their poop to put on your vegetables, make them grow faster and make more money, all these things. Really cool. So there's like a very simple kind of farming simulator Factorio kind of game, really
Mhm.
simple. And eventually, it gets to a point where you complete that farm, and you unlock another one with a different layout. Like there's one that has a river through it, so you have to think about okay, this river is disrupting where these plots of land is. I need to figure out where to do this. Like what size am I going to use? Where are the robots going to go? Where's are the boxes going to go? Where are all the so you have to think more deeply about it, right? And then you unlock another farm that's like a desert, and you have to be more
Hmm.
mindful about water. Then you unlock another one that's even bigger, and it also expands up. So you have more up here and more down here, and so you keep unlocking different farms and different permutations that kind of challenge you. It has that same kind of like it's just a really addictive game because you don't have to constantly keep your eyes on it, but it's like you'll plant all your seeds and your dudes will be going. Then out the corner of your eye, you'll see an empty plot. You're like, oh shit, I gotta go put some
Hmm.
stuff down there. Hold on. It's like, and then you go back to doing whatever. You're like, oh shit, they just got rid of all my freaking pumpkins. I gotta put some more down. So it's like you have to keep in mind of what you put down to because the amount that you make also unlocks more vegetables and they give you more money and they'll give you more dudes and more things constantly kind of going up. But the real cool resource really I think is using your screen and kind of managing that and being smart with it. And yeah, it's great. I have it open all the time. It's always open. I'm always
That's cool.
farming with my boys.
I didn't realize this is the same guy who did Haiku.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
He built. By the way, Mr. Morris Games. built 8 games over the span of like 6-7 months as he was learning Unity, and put all of them onto like Steam and iOS. And it's actually kind of a fascinating story. Haiku was his 8th game. This is his 9th game, but yeah, it's pretty cool that he basically learned Unity, and over his Unity development time ended up creating a game like this. So
we won't
It's
hold
very
his
good.
we won't hold his Unity preference against him.
yeah. This looks pretty. This looks like the kind of thing that I definitely want to play. Like he said, the AFK type of stuff I think is really intriguing to me, dude.
I love grinding in video games. I love games within so much stuff. I gotta like plan weeks in advance of what I'm gonna grind and do, And this is like a perfect small little like bite-sized version of that grind that I like crave in games, So it's perfect. It's an almost perfect game, I would say, personally. It's also really cheap.
I'm
It's
literally
like,
gonna buy this and put it below Stardew Valley.
Nice.
I can't
man,
help myself.
What a combo.
It's like $7, I think, which is like a steal.
$7.
Perfect.
It has a lot of content in it for that price. So
That's
yeah.
Cool.